Alright, so the Knicks may have just lost to Philly, but that game actually clarified a lot. Not just about fatigue, not just about Tyler Kolek coming back down to earth, but about where this roster still has room to grow and who might be the odd man out. Because while New York continues to stack wins and push toward contender status, one name keeps coming up quietly in trade conversations: Saddiq Bey. And one young Knick may be the necessary casualty of a team trying to win now. Friday night's loss to the Sixers was not shocking. Second night of a back-to-back, coming off the emotional high of Vegas, short rotation, heavy legs. Tyler Kolek was mostly neutralized, the ball pressure bothered him, and the Knicks just did not have the juice to close. But one thing stood out: Mitchell Robinson was an absolute monster. 21 points, 16 rebounds, 7 for 8 at the free throw line, and 2 blocks. Mitch did everything humanly possible, it just wasn't enough, and that matters when we start talking about roster balance. So here's the idea being floated around Knicks circles. Knicks receive Saddiq Bey, and the Pelicans receive Guerschon Yabusele plus Pacome Dadiet and a couple second-round picks. From a salary standpoint, it works. From a basketball standpoint, it's fascinating. Saddiq Bey is 26 years old, from Villanova, a proven rotation wing, physical, can guard multiple positions, and comfortable playing meaningful minutes on a competitive team. This isn't about upside anymore, this is about certainty, and that's where things get complicated. The Knicks are no longer building, they are competing. They need a big wing who can survive playoff physicality, someone who can hit open shots without needing touches, and a body that can spell OG and heart without the defense collapsing. And Saddiq Bey checks all those boxes. He does not need development minutes, he does not need patience, and he fits into a playoff rotation immediately, and that's exactly why this conversation exists. And in terms of Bey's stats this season, he's averaging 29 minutes per game in New Orleans, about 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists, as well as 1 steal per game, on 45% shooting from the field, 35% from 3, and 79% from the free throw line. And despite his past injury woes, he's been relatively healthy this season, playing 28 out of the 29 games they played. So I'm sure if the Pelicans are going to trade him, they're going to ask for a pretty big amount because he's still 26 years old and he's doing all of this. And honestly, I would not be surprised if the Pelicans ask for the Washington protected pick that the Knicks have in the first round of next year instead of the second round picks. Now let's move on to the second part of this trade, and that's including Pacome Dadiet, who's still very much a project, and that does not mean that he's not talented. In fact, just look at what he did in the G-League showcase yesterday with 28 points, 9 for 15 shooting, 5 for 10 from 3, and perfect from the free throw line. Yes, there were some turnovers, there were some fouls, but that's the point. That's why he's here. Pacome needs reps, he needs mistakes, and he needs freedom. And the Knicks do not have time for that right now. This is exactly how Deuce McBride developed a few years ago: pre-game work with assistants, G-League reps, and then opportunity. The difference is timing. This Knicks team right now is chasing something way bigger. Then there's Guerschon Yabusele. He's a veteran, he's professional, but he's clearly fallen out of favor. We've already seen Mike Brown start a 20-year-old rookie in Mohamed Diawara over him against the Pacers. We've heard the quotes and we've seen the minutes disappear. That tells you everything you need to know pretty much. Yabu is not part of the long-term picture, he's not part of the short-term playoff rotation either, which makes him salary ballast. So the question is not whether Pacome Dadiet has talent, he does. The question is timing. Can the Knicks afford to wait, or does turning young potential into proven playoff help make more sense when you're this close? That's the tightrope that contenders walk, and this trade idea sits right in the middle of that reality. In other news, the Knicks are playing the Miami Heat tonight at MSG, and there are some news regarding injury updates from both sides. The Miami Heat have officially ruled out 2 players from tonight's game, and that is Tyler Hero and Nikola Jovic. And 2 players are listed as questionable for them, and that is Andrew Wiggins and Davion Mitchell. And for our Knicks, everyone is good to go except for Deuce and Landry, who are still out. Let's hope the Knicks get their 20th win of the season tonight, but as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.